Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls Remake for the Game Boy Advance. I'm going to purchase a few spells here before I head on out to my next destination. Mainly, I want to pick up the Firaga and Curaga spell for Sven, or myself. I do want to pick up one more spell, but I can't do so just yet from the level 5 class. The other three black magic spells I really don't have a use for. I mean, Slowra, Teleport, and Scourge. I think Scourge was what it was called, I forget now. Scourge is basically an instant, the one that I didn't list, or if it's not Scourge, it's something else. It's basically an instant death spell, and I just never really found a use for it. And instant death spells in this game are not that reliable. Or at least for you, anyways. Oh, the enemies, oh, they're reliable. They're reliable most of the time, but not here. Not for us. We're not that lucky. Yeah, and the Firaga spell is actually pretty cool looking. I'll show it off later. Even though I really have no need for it at this point. Anything I can take care of with Firaga, I can easily take care of with Fyra, but oh well. Now that we have the Star Ruby, we need to head to a cave over here that I didn't go to yet. Now that's because there's nothing I could do here because that giant's in the way. I hate fighting these ogres. Why do they always appear? I thought we were done with ogres ever since we left Elfheim. I want new enemies, dang it. Oh well, we got those lesser tigers earlier, so I guess I can't complain too much. This is also my second take of this episode. I figured out what was wrong with Cam Studio that caused me to fail in the last video. And that's because I didn't have the record sound option clicked. I feel like an idiot. Oh well, we have the problem fixed now, and if things work out well, this may be my new way of recording these videos. Yeah, and we have a few treasure chests down here, Mithril Helm, a couple of golds, and a Great Axe. I want to put those on Asti. The only thing I don't like about the Great Axe is that it has less ACC rating, and the higher your accuracy rating, the more more hits you'll get in battle. But since the longsword only got in 4 hits anyway, and the Great Axe is more powerful, we'll go ahead and just use it on him. And no one else can equip the Mithril Helm, so that's why I gave it to Asti. Oh, lesser tigers again. You know, well, what else is there to talk about? Org. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but basically you need the... Well, we are approaching on one of my second least favorite part of the game right here. Oh, shadows. And also, if you can't tell, again, this is, I don't know if I should say this or not, but, well, if you saw the last experiment, or my last video, you know that I'm trying to do a post-recording commentary, simply because I think it'll lead to a better sound and video quality and be more pleasing to the people. There's nothing in that door I passed by. It's just a bunch of empty pots. It's just a bunch of pots. And unlike FF1 and so many later Final Fantasy games and all sorts of SNES RPGs and RPGs in general, you can only get items from chests and people in this game. You can't get items from examining walls and whatnot. So that's kind of unfortunate. Another change is that you notice that his name was S.A., the guy who gave me the staff to go beneath the vampire's lair. His name was Sadda, S-A-D-D-A. In the original NES version, his name was Sarda, S-A-R-D-A. Yeah, but he basically just said, oh, the vampire is just a servant of lesser evil. To get to the true evil, you must go beneath where he was. Here, take the staff, it'll get you down there. So we basically had to go to the 3rd floor of a dungeon to get a Star Ruby, just to go all the way back up, hand over the Star Ruby, get an item, and then have to go all the way back down, you know, past the 3rd floor. Now, that's just kind of a BS move. I'm sorry. I don't like it. But, that's the way the cookie crumbles, so... Now I need to decide what I'm going to do for after I take care of this next boss, because there is something I could take care of. It's not supposed to be taken care of till later in the game, but I usually do it every single time I beat the boss. But at the same time, it's, I don't know, I think we kind of need to save that for later. We'll decide, because you really don't need to do it to beat the game at all. Whew, excuse me. Yeah, we just kill these freaking ogres. I'm tired of seeing these ogres. Finally, I catch up with everyone. Gosh, that stupid troll screwed over my levels. Shadows. They look menacing, but they can't really do anything. I was thinking about using a Firaga spell, but I decided that a fire spell would just take care of them fine. Yeah, undead enemies are weak against fire. Normally that spell only does about like anywhere between 60 or so damage. 60 to 80, somewhere in that range. Excuse me. What else was I talking about? I don't remember. I wasn't talking about anything. Oh yeah, I was talking about the bonus dungeon. Oh crap, I just said it. Well, yeah, I want to do the bonus dungeon, maybe just show it off to show you what it's like. But then again, I think I also might want to wait till afterwards, because I could very easily like just make it there, take you through everything, and then I could show off the boss fights. Again, I decided to use Fyra because it just didn't feel like it was worth it to use a Firaga spell at this point. I could show off the dungeon itself, because they're really neat dungeons. But the bosses in there, sure, it's possible to beat them with your current levels. I mean, if you can beat the next boss, you could make it. You could beat the chaos dungeon, but it requires a lot of luck, because every single boss in the one that I'm thinking about going to has instant death moves. And I mean, they have like full party instant death moves. One of them is especially fond of casting Earthquake. And like I said, with them, it's more likely to hit than with us. So I'd have to stock up on Phoenix Downs, and I'd have to fight and try and keep everyone alive, and pray that the person I'm giving all the temper and haste buffs to doesn't die. Because that's the only way I could beat them is if I use the temper haste strategy. And I'll show that off against this next boss. I'll probably fight the next boss twice just to show you the difference in things. I'll fight him normally the first way, and then I'll fight him the temper haste method the second time. And as you can tell, that experience with the troll kind of got me a little shooken up. One thing I didn't show off, but I think is worth mentioning, is that Kira costs 10 MP to cast. Healara costs 25. So if you're going to use Kira on more than 2 party members, you just use a Healara and it covers your costs, because it costs 30 MP to use a single Kira on 3 different people, as opposed to 25 MP to cast one Healara on your whole party. So that's kind of nice how they made the MP, made it worth the MP to cast the spell. But I digress. We're slaying more ogres. Yay, ogres! This is riveting. Also, you may be wondering, how in the world do I have, over 15 minutes of recording time for my videos? Oh, well, it turns out that the actual recording limit, from what I've heard, is 15.5 minutes. Well, okay, let me phrase that back. If you see that my video is over 15 minutes, that's why. If you don't see, well then I guess I've been lied to this whole entire time. So this is really just like a test to see if I can get really close to that limit. Pardon me. Gargoyles. Pardon me. Yeah, like I said, thanks to that little bit of leveling I did, the gold grinding I did outside of Elfheim, as you can tell, like nothing's just touching me anymore. This game just became really easy because I did that. I now have more gold than I'll ever need just because I fight every single random encounter. And yeah, and I also don't plan on buying the Knight's Armor for 36,000 gil. No, I'm not doing that. It's good armor, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's definitely better than what Asti has. It's just so dang expensive, and we'll get something else soon enough. Like, soon enough that I don't have to worry about it. Not like soon, but we'll get new armor eventually. Ugh. I hate snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? I hate... okay, actually I don't really hate snakes. I was just trying to do an Indiana Jones thing. I don't know why, though. Is this where I do it? Yeah, it is. Oh, buddy, Fire Aga costs 32 MP, so it's... or 30 MP. But, oh, that just looks awesome. And look at that damage. I mean, if you use it against an undead enemy, I mean, 200 damage against a group of enemies that are weak to it is very nice. But again, like most multi-hit spells, it's only worth it if you have a lot of enemies on screen. I'd say at least 6. And if you know it can take care of them in one turn. Yeah, I forgot to pick up some treasure. Oh, I forgot to mention the coral sword I picked up on the previous floor. It's not an upgrade for anyone. It has less attack than everyone else's weapon, but it does deal extra damage against aquatic enemies. Again, that's if that actually works. Which again, I've never tested to see if they fixed that or not. But I think they did in this version. I just never really needed it because I was always just so dang over leveled. Oh, race. This kind of got me concerned a little bit. I wasn't sure what they're going to do. Because eventually this model character, or model enemy, I believe does get an instant death spell. Now there are ways around instant death that you later on in the game, but they're like much later on, like towards the end. We're talking, I've gotten, I've restored power to all 4 crystals, and, well, maybe 3, but it's a while. We'll just leave it at that. Oh crap! Did I seriously? I just realized I forgot to talk to Dr. Un in that town. I'll have to talk to him later. I'll talk to him again just so I can show who he is. Because, yeah, he's just an interesting little character. I think it's Un. Not positive. We'll see. Mummies are really pansy enemies. Okay, well, not really pansies, but they're weak. And also, I've made it significantly further in this recording than I did my previous time. That was a dead end to the left if you remember my last video. I hate having to go through the same place in like 2 videos, but oh well. Although on the bright side, it took me significantly less time to get to this point, like in this video, than it did my previous 2, simply because I didn't have to treasure hunt anymore. And we're getting really close to that time limit. Oh. Oh, hey, we all leveled up. Nice. So, you know, oh, more gassed. Yeah, Fire will do the same job as Fire Aga. This is why I was using it, because it'll instantly kill all of them as well. Come on, casters, get off a spell. Yes! Fire! Death. Hehehe. Okay, now that we're out here, dang it. Cockatrices! Oh crap! Oh crap! Actually, they aren't nearly as bad as they were in the original NES version. Or at least they haven't been bad to me. I I believe they can cast an instant death spell, but that may have only been the original. I know in the Ice Cavern they were a big deal. Actually, not even Ice Cavern, but in the original NES version they could cause a lot of trouble. I think they just dialed it down a bit in the Game Boy Advance. I don't know. We'll see. And oh, I'm getting really close on time here. Oh, sweet! I gained a level. Alright, well, we're going to cut the video here. Hopefully this will fit and YouTube will allow it to upload. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I shall see you tomorrow.